Dickinson has stayed alive, Carolyn. They're not done yet. It's 3-2 Maryland Eastern Shore heading into game 6. So if you're Christina Fromm, what are you telling your team right now for Maryland Eastern Shore to try to clinch this thing?
First thing I'm doing is going over exactly what they did on that lane last game. That's first. And second, that is a mental regroup. Hey, look, we still only need one game. Let's get back to shot making. That's what it's about.
Willis will lead off Maryland Eastern Shore. She's been very good leading games off and continues that. Remember, they had three straight strikes to start that last game and ended up losing it.
Great shot by Paula. This has been the better lane.
A lot of success by Maryland Eastern Shore on that left lane. There's Megan Kelly trying to counter. She likes it. Strike for strike. Love how that last game ended and this one has begun. Shot for shot. A lot of pressure out there and these young ladies are handling it.
In this type situation with the pressure, you're either going to rise to the occasion or just kind of hang in there and hope for the best. And they're looking to rise to the occasion.
Bouja. Can't quite get that pin to fall. She'll need that for a spare.
Good shot, gets it maybe just a little right of where she'd been playing. Leaves the 7 pin, she just needs to fill the frame.
Okay, go back again and I'll go back again. You got it, come on.
And she gets it. Bouja, again, winner of the Elite 89 award, the highest academic honor you can get in an individual sport. And Brianna Carlo, who came up big in the last game, first time she had bowled tonight. She's had a spare and a strike. Hunziker filled the 2 spot in the first 4 games. Carlo has stepped in the last 2. Four left for a spare.
Leaves the bucket. Not the easiest spare to make, especially when you have that sleeper pin in the back. She'll make an adjustment off her strike shot. She went back, talked to Coach LaPresti after she left it.
Yeah, he got right in her ear. No room for error. Again, a must-win game again for Fairleigh Dickinson. They were down 3-1, now 3-2. She can't quite pick it up. Open frame for Fairleigh Dickinson here in the second. That opens the door for Ramirez and the Lady Hawks.
Hit that middle part of the lane where the oil is. Ball didn't quite get to the spare. She's got 2.
No one better, now, come on.
Couple of open frames from Ramirez tonight in games 3 and in that last game in the 8th frame. They're holding on, hoping for victory. No open frame here. Nice recovery for Ramirez.
Great shot on this lane. And they're all looking, and they like it.
I really enjoy the celebrating in this sport, Carolyn.
I absolutely love watching team camaraderie.
And this is intense. Wiesenfeld leaves the 10 pin.
Really good shot. He's the ring 10.
Okay, Wiesenfeld's going to be around for 3 more years. The top bowler on the Israeli national team. There's a big following in that country. Many of them would be watching this championship match from Israel tonight. And picks up the spare. Fairleigh Dickinson with some room to make up here. Ariana Alvarado, just a freshman, bowling here in the NCAA championship. Well, we've already talked about her intelligence, the 3.7 GPA in aerospace engineering, bowls for Team Mexico. She's won over 100 national awards. And another strike. I mean, this is just a very accomplished human being. Forget about bowling.
A great all-around athlete. There you go.
High achiever.
Great shot. Picked up her ball speed just a little bit. Moved in. Kept it a little more direct up the lane.
Here's the reaction. Maryland Eastern Shore trying to close in on the national championship. Wrap it up in this game. Bowler of the night, though, for Fairleigh Dickinson, Jolie Carrillo. 9 strikes in 10 frames. Wow.
You can't ask for any more than that. That's impressive.
She's a senior.
I know both teams obviously want to win. I mean, that's why you're here.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you can only have one winner. But if these girls knew the difference they make in people watching, you know, they're inspiring. They're role models. They're just a pleasure to watch, and know that the sport of bowling had something to do with that. I hope that helps through the evening, whoever wins and whoever loses.
Carrillo to pick up the spare, does so. I mean, just the academic accomplishments of these bowlers. All the teams that made the NCAA championship, 8 of them. It's quite an impressive bunch of young women that have come here to Wickliffe, Ohio, just north of Cleveland. Time for the anchors. Mia Falbo up, All-American.
Key frame here for her. If she strikes, that sets Paula up, and Paula's had a great look to the pocket.
This is the one time in a match or in a game when the anchor sets someone else up. Just has the 10 left for her spare.
Great shot, just a bad break, leaves the ring 10. Take her time picking up the spare.
And she does. So still no open frames for Maryland Eastern Shore, trying to win the NCAA championship in this game. Danielle McEwen up next. McEwen, National Bowler of the Year, first team All-American. Here's the rest of the first team. Only bowler in this match represented: Kayla Johnson, Brittany Hamilton, Rachel Giddings, Jackie Carbonado, the other bowlers to make the first team All-America team. And only Danielle McEwen, the National Bowler of the Year. Another strike. Fairleigh Dickinson trying to hold on and hope the second half of this game goes better, as Maryland Eastern Shore leads it through the first 5 games, trying to clinch the national championship here in Ohio. Inductions for 2012. Here, just north of there, it's the NCAA Bowling Championship. We're about to induct another member onto the roll of champions. Both of these teams have won the title before. Maryland Eastern Shore looking for its 3rd NCAA championship. Leading here to start the 6th frame. 24-pin lead at the moment, as Paula Villas gets things started. Strike to start this game, and leaves the 10-pin here in the 6th frame. This is where you really want to see people step up in this second half of this game.
Good shot. Looks like she threw just a little bit harder than she had been. Went a little bit longer. She left the ring 10, but still a good shot. I mean, right now they're down the, you know, this is it. You know, they could close it up here. So that adrenaline has a habit of taking over.
Villas picks up the spare. Here's a look at the national champions. This event's only been taking place since 2004. Nebraska has won the most titles, but the Huskers are going to be tied tonight by one of these two schools with 3 NCAA titles. Kelly leaves that for her spare. Maryland Eastern Shore has won 2 NCAA titles in the last 4 years. Fairleigh Dickinson won in 06 and 2 years ago.
Comes up light, gets a break though, only leaves the 2-pin.
Gets it. Now, no room for error for Fairleigh Dickinson. They cannot have an open frame. Heading into the 7th frame. Megan Bouja trying to protect the Maryland Eastern Shore lead. Bouja with a tough one here.
She stepped out of that one. You could see her at the foul line say push, push. Definitely missed left and didn't get a break.
Missed it. Open frame for Maryland Eastern Shore. And Fairleigh Dickinson is back in this. Look at concern there by Christina Fromm.
This is where you make a decision. When you have a split like that and you're coming down to these frames, whether you go for it, you're guaranteed the 1 pin. Because games are won or lost by 1 pin.
Little regroup time over there for Maryland Eastern Shore. Brianna Carlo on an open frame. Trying to avoid that here, as they have a real opportunity here. No open frame. How about a strike? Wow.
Great adjustment after leaving the bucket, her last shot. More direct. Rolls it right off her hand.
And
All 10 in the pit.
As a result, Fairleigh Dickinson is right back in this game. Anna Carlo in off the bench.
Right here, Angie, right here. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Go great.
Angie Ramirez with a chance to get the momentum started again. Doesn't like something.
And the best thing to do is step off the approach and regroup.
Teammates arm in arm behind her.
And feeding her words of encouragement, which I think is so cool.
She's got that left for spare.
Good shot, leaves a 6 pin.
She had a shot at a strike. Amira is the most deliberate of the bowlers, takes the most time. Trying to pick up a spare. And does. Maryland Eastern Shore desperately trying to hang on for its 3rd NCAA championship. Wiesenfeld trying to capitalize on that last strike by Carlo.
This is a big shot, makes it a 1-pin game.
Strike back to back for Fairleigh Dickinson. A 1-pin advantage for Fairleigh Dickinson coming from behind in this must-win game. We head into the 9th frame with the 2010 champions leading last year's champions by a single pin. Mariana Alvarado. Can't get that pin to fall. People already trying to pump Jolie Carrillo up over there on the Fairleigh Dickinson side of things. That's the problem for Maryland Eastern Shore. Fairleigh Dickinson is so strong in that 4 and 5 spot. This for the spare. And Alvarado gets it. Time now for Jolie Carrillo. You've just seen, to me, just a little bit of extra intensity from her tonight, knowing that it's her final time out as a collegiate bowler.
Taking a little extra time. This is a big shot. Extend their lead with the strike.
She left it out to the right. How difficult a spare is that? Let's take another look.
It's spareable. She needs to hit to the left of that 2-pin and slide it over. Definitely not a shot you wanted to leave now, but it is spareable. But here's the question, and Coach Lopresti is there talking to her. Do you go for the 2 pins and get the count because you're on strikes? Or do you go for the spare and risk count?
What would you do in this format?
I guarantee myself the 2.
It seemed to me that's what he told her.
And I hope for 3, but I guarantee myself the 2.
Going after the 2. It only gets 1. So an open frame in the 9th. And Maryland Eastern Shore is going to try to clinch the NCAA championship. It will come down to the last frame, the anchor bowlers, to decide the game or the title. Tania Falbo.
A good count mark here. Wins the match. Strike.
She said that she loves the pressure.
Locks it up.
Loves being in this position. Yes! The faces tell the story. Maryland Eastern Shore is very close to a 3rd NCAA title. Six pins to clinch.
One more, come on.
That's it.
Maryland Eastern Shore will win its 3rd NCAA championship, tying Nebraska for the most in history. The only school to make the NCAA finals and win titles with 2 different coaches, and putting Christina Fromm in some rare air as a player and a coach. Falbo still has 1 more shot to take.
I think her watch broke in the excitement of things.
And the disappointment on the Fairleigh Dickinson side. But a valiant comeback attempt by the Knights as Falbo will throw the final ball of the season.
What great shots in the 10th to win a championship.
Christina Fromm has become the first woman in NCAA bowling history to win as a player and then come back the next year and win as a coach. Others had won it as a player and coach, but never back-to-back. What a start to her coaching career. And what a night, what a performance by Tania Falbo, the anchor bowler. Again, it's the third NCAA title for Maryland Eastern Shore. That ties Nebraska for most in history, as Danielle McEwen will bowl things out for Fairleigh Dickinson. Moral victory for McEwen. She ended this year as the National Player of the Year. And there it is, Maryland Eastern Shore tying Nebraska for the most NCAA titles Fairleigh Dickinson could have. Vanderbilt was alive earlier today, failed to beat Fairleigh Dickinson to get to this final. Those were the 4 teams that made the semis here. There's Jessica Waller, who has been inserted into bowl for McEwen. Gets her championship appearance. She's a fresh, or just a junior, excuse me, from Dunellen, New Jersey. And she'll take the final shot as well. Christina Fromm, what an accomplished young woman, an academic All-American 4 times. Twice a national champion as a bowler, now a national champion coach. Some rare air over there on the Maryland Eastern Shore side of things. Maryland Eastern Shore is the 2012 Women's Bowling Champion, winning their 3rd NCAA title in the last 5 years. The celebration continues here in Wickliffe, Ohio, as Maryland Eastern Shore beats Fairleigh Dickinson 4 games to 2. Tania Falbo, the anchor for Maryland Eastern Shore, and she comes through unflappable tonight, leading the Lady Hawks to their 3rd NCAA title.